well. There are parts of our life that get that hit that brokenness era, right? So on your brick, you can use your marker, or if you have a pen. If you don't, just raise your hand and Ray will come to you. But the words of faith, finance, education, relationship, love, religion, family, and growth. If any of these are points that you have been hurt in, because some people, we have been faith hurt, and we have been. It's a challenge sometimes. Your faith is always tested, right? You know, when people say, no, you can't do, and you know you can, it's up to you to be strong enough to have that faith of a mustard seed, to say, I can do this, even though they said I won't be able to do this. I don't know how many times my son will say, Mom, you just can't do that. Yes, I can. I am in one of those, for the last couple of years, I'm always like, I can do anything I want to do. So every time somebody says, well, Celestia, can you do this? Yes, I can. There isn't even a no. Yes, I can do it. I know I can do it. And if I don't know how to do it, I figure out Google is wonderful. And so is YouTube. So I can always figure out how to do it. I had to stain my floor last week. And it was, I can do this on my own. I don't need nobody to do this. I posted it. You know, this is what the floor looked like. But this is what it looks like now, brand new. And that's because I prayed about it. And I said, God, I need you to show me the proper utensils to use to complete this project. And now I got my table up, and everything is up in that room, and I'm like, whew, now I got to tackle the next room because I just moved. So it's like just trying to tackle those different things. There's one person in here that always says, do you need any help? Have you finished yet? Did you do this? And that's Kay. And Kay makes sure every time I turn around, she's always asking, did you do this? And my answer is, I'm getting there. You know, but it's completed. You know, even a book that we're writing, it's almost there, right? So I can say sometimes my faith gets shaken. If your faith gets shaken at times, and that could be within anything, family, friends, your faith is shaken, I want you to write that on your brick. If your finances feel a little funny, even though you think you're solid, write that down on your brick. Sometimes in education, it gets difficult. Tests get difficult. They get harder as you go through school. I know a couple of people here that are going through their master's degrees, and I know Davina finished her doctorate, and that big smile on her face to say, I did this, you know. But I know there were times where she had to make sure she had dinner for the kids and the hubby. She had to make sure that her business was going good. She had to make sure her job was good. So sometimes that gets shaken a little bit too, right? And that's in any household. We have to maintain, but it gets shaken. And sometimes you just feel like it's too much. I can't do it all. Or who in here are parents? How many times do you come home, the trash not taken out, the dishes not done, the laundry not done, the floors not swept, bathroom looking like, what? I'm not using this bathroom. Y'all better get in here and clean this. How many times you feel like you've been to work all day long? Why can't y'all just clean it up? It's simple. I'm not going to invite nobody over my house like this. You know, sometimes your household gets shook. It might be from you, but the household gets shook, right? And so your kids don't understand, Mom's been at work all day. My journey to work every day, guys, is 2 hours up and 2 hours back. That doesn't include my 8-hour day. This is loud, right? That doesn't include my 8-hour day. You know, and sometimes you have to shorten that time. Why do we have to shorten our time at work, y'all? Because the kids have something to do. And you have to be there. You are that parent, you have to be on time. Sometimes the schools don't understand. 3 o'clock is not feasible for my time at work. So how am I supposed to go, get down to the school by 3 o'clock and I work in DC? Now what you're doing is you're shaking my house up because now my kids think I'm not there to support them. And I get there right at the tail end, hey, I'm here. But they know good and well you have not been watching them, right? Kids need that foundation that their parents are supporting them. And that's what we try to do. If it's not one, it might be the other. Or it might be the grandparent that steps in. I know my parents, they come out to baseball games, the dances. They're there for me, right? But sometimes we don't have that mom, that dad, or that uncle or aunt that's there to support. I can firmly say I have a wonderful family setting. I'm never by myself. You know, if I am, then I get in trouble because I didn't call somebody to come with me. You know, but relationships get shaken. Your growth gets shaken. We are built to continue to grow no matter what the age. We are built to continue to learn no matter what the age. God didn't put us here just to be here. He formed us all for a reason. He formed Avon to let us know how our household is supposed to be in poet form. Everybody give me some snacks. All right? He formed Nikki. He put you in those predicaments for a reason. Because you are now a story, right, to be told. And there's women that go through the same thing that you've gone through. They're married. And then like, this thing has stopped working. We're not supposed to get a divorce, but you know that's the best thing for everything right there. That's the best thing for your kids. You know, you try to do what's best. But that does not mean that you don't love, right? So I have one more person that I want to bring up. She's dear to my heart. I hope